Hello, everybody. Welcome to TakeOver Tuesday. I'm Shane, and I'm going to help you lift your life and your leadership to a whole nother level. If you're a leader today, I don't care what area you lead in, I'm going to deal with something that we all have in common. Today, we're going to talk about leading in pain, leading when it hurts. Let me ask you a question, leader. Have you ever had to lead and bleed at the same time? Here's the truth. All leaders are bleeders. And unfortunately, we got to learn how to navigate leadership pain to be successful. So I'm going to take about the next 7 minutes and I'm just going to pour some things that I've learned about leading through pain into your life. So I want you to pay attention and maybe even take some notes. Let me just tell you, I don't care what department, what area, what sphere you're in, if you're a leader, leadership is a calling. Leadership is an anointing. But let's be real honest with each other. It's also a terrible burden. Nobody understands the burden of leadership except another leader. And that's the reason that many times leadership feels so lonely. Every leader, no matter how strong they are, no matter how gifted they are, no matter how called they are, they're going to face moments of deep, deep, deep pain and isolation. Now, they're not going to face moments of pain from the mission, but most of our pain, if not all of our pain, comes from having to deal with people. So today what I want to do is I want to give you 4 very powerful truths for navigating leadership when you're hurting. And I want to remind you that even in the fire, as a leader, you're never alone. So let me give you these 4 things that I've learned as I've had to bleed and lead at the same time. Number 1, leadership will cost you more than it pays you. That's just part of being a leader. The truth, leadership doesn't just cost time. Let me tell you what it costs. It costs tears. It costs trust. It costs sometimes even your own peace of mind. It costs sleepless nights. And the reason I say that it costs you is because I know what it feels like firsthand to have people that you've poured into, invested your life in, walk away without even saying goodbye to you. And trust me, it hurts. People that you've stood with, people that you've defended, who were the first ones to misunderstand you, and as a result, they misrepresented you. But here's the truth. If you lead for the applause, the silence is going to break you. But if you lead for the impact, the scars, they'll make you. So here's what I want to encourage you today. Leader, if you're bleeding, if you're hurting because of what people have done in your life, keep on keeping on, as the old church mamas used to say. Keep leading even when it feels thankless. Second thing I've learned, leading and bleeding. Loyalty is rare, but your assignment is still sacred. See, pain comes when loyalty is not returned to you. And I know that you're loyal to people that they're not loyal to you. You showed up for them, but when you needed them, they didn't show up for you. And trust me, leader, today, heart to heart, I know that hurts. It hurts real bad. It's hard to deal with. But hear me today. Your calling isn't dependent on their consistency. I want to say that again. Your calling is not dependent on their consistency. Leadership isn't about who stands with you. It's about who sent you. Never forget that. So when people shift, when people stray, stay rooted in your assignment because God called you to be there. The third thing I've learned, as I've bled and led is that growth hurts, but so does staying stuck. In fact, I want to submit to you that staying stuck hurts more than growing. Sometimes the pain of leadership isn't betrayal. It's the stretch of becoming everything that God's called you to be, or that you feel like you need to be to fulfill your vision. You're being stretched to love deeper. You're being stretched to forgive faster. You're being stretched to endure longer. And so today, leader, I want to leave you with this powerful thought in this one area. If you'll stay faithful, God uses the pain to pull greatness out of you. So I just want to tell you, it's taken me a long time to learn this, and in some ways I'm still learning it every single day. Don't curse the season that's growing you. If you're hurting right now, use that ground as growing ground. But whatever you do, don't curse it. This too shall come to pass. The fourth thing I want to tell you, the final thing I want to leave with you today, is that you can lead and bleed at exactly the same time. You say, I don't think so, Pastor. I'm hurting so bad, I don't know what to do. Listen to me. Jesus led with a cross on his back. David led with a broken heart and nothing but a slingshot in his hand. Paul had to lead with a thorn in his flesh that he prayed about all of his life, but yet God wouldn't remove it. So you can also lead and bleed at the same time. Leadership isn't about feeling strong. It's about staying faithful. And sometimes when you're at your weakest, actually God is at his strongest in your life as a leader. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. But what you need to do is just keep showing up. You keep showing up, and I can promise you the miracle or your vision is going to come to pass. Just realize that pain is part of the process. But purpose, well, it's the reward. So to every single leader who's watching me today that's hurting in silence, that feels totally isolated and alone and feels like they're underappreciated, to every pastor, to every mentor, to every business owner, to every parent, to every visionary out there, you're not weak. You're wise enough to feel it and still be faithful enough to carry it. You're stronger than you think you are. So let your pain today become your fuel for your fire, for your passion. Let your scars today become the source of your sermons. Let your test today become the source of your testimony. But whatever you do, come hell or high water, whether people are with you or people are against you, don't you dare stop leading. Because someone's freedom is on the other side of your endurance. You're going to make it. So, go take over the world. Because greater is he that's in you than he that is in this world. I'll see you next Tuesday.